Oh, all right. Looks like we're live. Welcome one, welcome all to the blockchain basement. What up, Deucey does crypto? We got our homie, we got our man on the can here, Nick Demondi. I think Vet
What's up?
Crypto's gonna be hopping in here, bro.
Oh yeah.
Nick, I went grocery shopping for maybe 2 hours today, and oh my god, just the crypto world's on fire. The markets are pumping hard. We got some insane type of news coming out about Donald Trump considering one of the highest ranking financial members on the planet to join as the Treasury Secretary. What up, Two Pump Crypto Chump as well. And I think we got Vet coming in here. I'll wait till his camera loads up. What up, Vet? How you doing, dude?
What's up? What's up?
Yeah, man. Good to have you on. Today's been a hot and heavy day for news, man. I was going to chill out. I spent a lot of time cleaning, spent a lot of time picking up, but the markets are moving hot and heavy. The news moving hot and heavy, and you just got to go live when the getting is good, when the markets are looking frothy. So here we are. And first of all, shout out to Arculus, the world's top cold storage platform, for sponsoring and partnering with the blockchain basement, making all this action happen on our crypto side, y'all. And we got a lot of pretty good news to hop into today. And we're going to be looking at some chaos factors that I do, I want to get your guys' opinion, you in the chat as well, you guys, Bangarang Rufio, Chili Rainbow, Rispy.gun, James S. Tyler, George Martinez. I want everyone's opinion about who the replacement is going to be for Uncle Joe, bro. That is the golden question right now. But, so all this being said, Nick,
yeah,
how was your weekend been so far, bro?
Weekend was good. I'm actually gonna hop up here and go make a old fashioned. Yeah, did some yard work and I'm loving seeing the gains in altcoins and just my portfolio slowly recovering. Two Pump Crypto Chump just gifted 5 Membies, so thank you so much, Two Pump Crypto Chump. Shout out to all the people on X watching right now. There's a bunch of you guys piling in, so get ready. We're gonna be here for a minute to talk about what's going on, but dude, Avalanche has been ripping. My meme coin, basically, I YOLO'd into like the top three Solana meme coins on July 4th when we were at like the bottom of the market. I put in like half my bag of Solana into these meme coins, and it has paid out dividends so far. So if we have time to get into that, we should. But honestly,
we kind of got to. We're gonna cover the macro first and all of the like main news, but we got to cover those nasty pumps that are happening in the background, man. Vet, how have you been doing? What you been up to this weekend, bro?
Is Starlink keep doing research with you and doing a couple live streams?
Dude, we got to look at that inspect token a little bit deeper. We had gotten wind about an inspect token that's like potentially a layer 2. Yeah, that's going to be something. I'm not going to do it on the live stream here, but that might be a hot ticket pick. We've got George Martinez thinking probably Hillary or Newsom. Oh, man. Chaos factor. I mean, all of it sounds terrible.
Hillary would have came to my mind, and then an accident happens to old Kamala.
Things happen. Okay. Things happen, and honestly, I was worried about a accident happening to Uncle Joe. Honestly, you guys, like I was kind of worried about some nefarious
things. Just make him navigate
happening.
A flight of stairs or a stage.
Oh, dude. I mean, it basically, this is what I was kind of worried about happening here. Okay. First of all, we're going to start the show off the right way.
Wow. Wow.
Edgy. I like it. It's edgy.
Come on, man. Like, dude, at least it didn't go that way. You know what I'm saying? Like, it could have gone way worse. Uncle Joe's bowing out, getting out of the way of the war machine that he thought he had a control of for the last 50 years. And it turns out he's just a useful idiot, a puppet to the machine at large. So, I just had to share that, bro. Like, there's so many good memes coming out. The Big Mike meme yesterday, really set the tone. And thinking about who's going to be next, we did get this from DGen News. DGen News shared this, and I think it's kind of a interesting thing to think about here. I'll pull this up on the screen. Gavin Newsom endorsed Kamala Harris as the Democratic nominee for 2024. Chances that he becomes a nominee are now plummeting. He's looking at a 1% chance. So good old jabbing Gavin Newsom, not looking like he's going to have that spot. I really don't think that many people would trust Gavin Newsom to get us out of the financial problem that we have right now, given his track record in California. That's just my knee-jerk reaction to him. Beyond the slick, greasy scammer type haircut that he's got, and all the other things that can be said about him, I really think that the financial hardship that's been found with his policies in California would be hard to sell to the American public as the big fix. Yep. You know what I mean? Something that I do think about is that, 3 of the 4 options right now are females, and literally we're heading into probably, World War III. And do we really want a female leading the United States government? I'm just throwing it out there. You know what I mean? It's probably not the best time to put cackling Kamala in front of Xi Jinping or Hillary Clinton and her long-standing experience and expose to nefarious dealings in the past, but also Big Mike. Big Mike's probably the strongest of the female candidates. I mean, is she female? Is he a female? I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. But I think that Michelle Obama is probably the most intelligent and fierce of the 4 options.
Kamala? That's who you think is the most fierce?
No, I'm thinking Michelle Obama is the most fierce of these options here, because Michelle Obama, I absolutely do. And the reason isn't because of her amazing back muscles. It's because of all of the strength and deep state action that her and her hubby have put together over the past, decade, 2 decades. Look at this. Willis Wilford.
She's tough she's just not great on camera.
She is terrible on camera. Very, very bad on camera. And you're going to have
Kamala, but for a different reason.
Mm-hmm. You have to be almost like a showman. You have to have a silver tongue to be able to go after and really have any chance to go against the orange one. I mean, Trump is out here already trolling the assassination attempt. I have this. This is just a clip from one of his. I watched this rally live. This guy is an absolute savage, guys. He's gone Super Saiyan on the Democratic Party. Let's have a listen.
They keep saying he's a threat to democracy. I'm saying, what the hell did I do for democracy? Last week, I took a bullet for democracy.
Got him.
It's democracy.
I mean, how do you stop that? How do you fight that? You know what I mean? You're literally going up. That's a really tough situation to be pick me over that guy, he's commanding entire auditoriums. I mean, we're getting, kids, I think in Somalia or something like that, reenacting the assassination attempt. It goes viral. This is a worldwide movement. I know it's very important for us here in the United States, but this is absolutely a world stage event. So,
let me
hard. What you got?
Let me just get some of the folks up to speed in case you don't fully know what's going on here. Let me show you real quick.
Yes.
Let's see.
I get ahead of myself. You know what I'm saying? I
know, and that's okay. That's okay.
I've had a fast day.
Share this. Okay.
All right.
You should be able to see my screen now.
Yeah, give us a zoom. Give us a zoom on that bad boy.
Okay. Well, first of all, this came out 1:46 p.m. today. Now, this was leaked probably 25 or 30 minutes before this actually came out. Right now, it says 276 million views on X.
Oh my God.
This may be the most viewed tweet of all time.
Wow.
Joseph Biden Jr., my fellow Americans, over the past 3.5 years, we've made great progress as a nation. Today, America has the strongest economy in the world. We've made historic investments in rebuilding our nation and lowering prescription drug costs for seniors and expanding affordable health care to a record number of Americans. We provided critically needed care to 1 million veterans exposed to toxic substances, passed the first gun safety laws in 30 years, appointed the first African-American woman to the Supreme Court, and passed the most significant climate legislation in the history of the world. America has never been better positioned to lead than we are today. I know none of this could have been done without you, the American people. Together, we overcame a once-in-a-century pandemic and the worst economic crisis since the Great Depression. We've protected and preserved our democracy, and we've revitalized and strengthened our alliances around the world. It has been the greatest honor of my life to serve as your president. While it has been my intention to seek re-election, I believe it is in the best interest of my party and the country for me to stand down and to focus solely on fulfilling my duties as president for the remainder of my term. I will speak to the nation later this week in more detail about my decision. For now, let me express my deepest gratitude to all of those who have worked so hard to see me reelected. I want to thank Vice President Kamala Harris for being an extraordinary partner in all this work. Let me express my heartfelt appreciation to the American people for the faith and trust you've placed in me. I believe today, what I always have, there is nothing America can't do. When we do it together, we just have to remember we are the United States of America. So this came out around 1:30 today, and the repercussions, the reverberations have been absolutely like seismic.
Yeah.
The word quickly came out that, Joe's been, there's kind of been this like, will he, won't he on, is he actually going to stay in the race? Earlier this week, it was, I'm not going to be in unless I'm not going to be in if I get sick. And then literally 4 hours later, he said, I've got COVID. And then he did some COVID tests, and it's been going on for the past, I would say most of this year, but really intensely the past 3 months, especially after the debate. Is Joe going to stay in? Well, the word quickly got out that Nancy Pelosi had enough.
Yeah.
And she basically called an intervention. And I don't know what happened in the room, but Nancy just made it happen.
That's when you fucked up, when Nancy has to call it an intervention on you. I mean, that's when you've really gone over the line right there.
So Nancy showed up and said, Joe,
I'd like to propose a toast to Trump winning the election now.
Yeah, I need to go make my old fashioned. So Nancy comes in and she's saying, hey, this is cray. We got to have a clear path forward. Joe is not the path forward. Thanks, Joe. Get out. That's where we're at right now. And there's been a lot. I mean, Van Jones was on CNN crying about how Joe is such a nice guy and he's like the nicest person he's ever met. And the DNC is just going to be like a giant love fest for Joe Biden, blah, blah, blah. But, Joe basically immediately endorsed Kamala Harris to be his, replacement on the ticket, which the Democrats had to do. They had to do that because if they changed the ticket, if it was no longer Harris and or Biden, they were fully changing the ticket, then they would have to have given back all of their donations. Yeah. So this was the only way forward.
Point. It is, Nick. But Chuck made a valid point. It is kind of weak for the president to, politics aside, to announce something, with this much gravity on a Twitter, post. I mean, he didn't come on. He didn't, announce it. It's something that tells me is that he's in a lot poorer health than they were letting on.
Potentially.
That's not surprising to anyone, but it is the fact that this is being so rushed, and I'm going to address the nation later this week. Did no one think this through? I mean, this shows how, we had Hakeem Jeffries and a few other senators come out saying that Joe had to drop out. The Democrats, for the first time in years, I would say decades, are really playing off their back foot. It's very weird to see.
I got a kind of a take on this, and I warned Roger Stone about this on a space. We were on the MAGA space, and essentially 3 weeks ago, I was like, you know what? The Democrats are walking around like they got this ace up their sleeve. And I think that they got some nefarious things that they're going to be trying to pull off to either stop the election or basically make it so heinous that everything falls apart into their laps. Lo and behold, a bullet whisked by Trump's head. And it is my opinion that was the ace up the sleeve, and that bullet missed. And so now they're on their heels, in essence, like you said, they're willing to find someone reasonable to represent them at the actual polls, because I don't think that they were going to actually believe that it was going to happen. I thought that essentially this cataclysmic happening was going to basically shake the country up to a point where a state of emergency could be declared. And that has failed. The bullet whisked by, and now they have to find someone reasonable to represent that person at the poll. That's just my take. And it's been happening in real time the last 3 weeks, 2 weeks. And, I am honestly, I don't really think that they're so fair. I think we're giving the Democrat Party too much benefit of the doubt in being fair to the American public. And
they did it to themselves, though. I mean, Nick nailed it. If they wanted to have somebody other than Kamala and have a chance, they should have done it earlier, because of the fact that they, would have had to reset their war chest. Basically they waited so long that now they're stuck with Kamala. And I almost wonder if the only way that they can backdoor the American people is whoever they really want to be president, have them come in as VP, and at some point, for some reason, have her step down so that they can actually take the presidency. And then I have nothing to support that. But I mean, if you were the Democratic Party, would Kamala be your first pick?
Well,
dude, I don't think that they were thinking about this. I don't think that they even thought that there was going to be an election, bro. I think that they thought they had it figured out. That's just
There's still may not be, and we could have a Joe Biden just straight up resign. That is definitely in play here. Like, he's still the president for now, and we may have a president in Kamala sooner than before, January of 2025. Someone in the chat was asking about early voting. If someone early voted for Joe Biden, would their vote be switched? Early voting, from what I can tell, I'm just scanning through some dates. Early voting, the earliest it starts is September, but I've seen in Illinois. So I don't think anyone has actually been able to early vote at this point. So I'm just kind of scanning through. This is Tuesday, October 8th. You can early vote in New Mexico. A lot of states don't have early voting. They have absentee. So let's see, Texas, general election, October. So
usually
again,
absentee is for military, usually, for the most part.
Yeah, so overseas absentee, post received by November 11th. Ballot request deadline is October 25th. So it's actually a pretty tight window for absentee, at least in Texas. So you have to at least request an absentee ballot by October 25th and have it mailed by November 11th. So, the window has not opened for early voting as far as I can tell. But the real question is, who is the running mate?
Yeah.
And then how is this going? Right now, it's technically an open convention at the DNC. Okay. So once again, the Democrat voters have not been able to fairly vote in their primary in literally almost 15 years since Barack Obama. Since the first Barack Obama.
They're saving democracy, though. It's important to save democracy.
The Democrats have made disenfranchising voters. They have honed that weapon down to a fine point. No one is better at disenfranchising voters than the Democrat Party, because they do it to their face and then gaslight them the whole time, saying, no, the Republicans are disenfranchising voters. No, it's the Democrats. You guys have not actually done a honest to God primary in 20 fucking years. So,
it's kind of crazy.
Well, the Democratic Party has it down. They basically they don't energize their base on what they stand for and what they're going to do. It's all fear mongering, and the Republicans are going to destroy democracy. Trump is going to be a dictator. I mean, I dare anybody to tell me, other than maybe energy and abortion, what does the Democratic Party stand for? Other than that, Roe versus Wade is going to be taken away. Systemic racism.
The party of the working class, but they're not anymore.
Yeah.
And you could only rule by fear for so long until people get burnt out. And that is really what we're seeing. I mean, good God, I posted a tweet about this guy who's like died in the wool Democrat. And he's like, F this party. I hate this. This sucks, blah, 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 blah. And they're absolutely unhinged right now.
Dude, I don't think that this is like, I think that this situation has basically turned the Dems into a cornered rabid dog. And now that the bullet whizzed by Trump's head, he's out there mocking it. He's basically gone Super Saiyan. Everyone's like, yeah, America's back. We are like invincible.
Even Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah. Even Mark Zuckerberg, bro. And so like, I see the situation. Dude, if I'm a deep state Dem, bro, I'm going to the next tool in my box, which is a cyber shutdown, bro. And this is where the cyber concerns in my mind happen. We've seen them.
All right, keep talking about that. I'm going to make my old fashioned. I'll be right back.
Yeah, bro. Like, I mean, like, this is why I, am such a prepper, is because I felt like this situation is turning this deep state monster into a cornered rabid dog. And if the assassination doesn't work, and now he's basically turned into this hyper polarizing, just sought after public figure that basically is being anointed by pastors across the United States, the only next step for them to even have a chance at controlling the political sphere in the near term. And the near term is extremely important to control. They were almost there. And they can still get
there. They overplayed their hand.
Yeah.
They really did.
Yeah. And like, that's the whole concern about it, man. Like, and for anyone that's like thinking about this, like, I earnestly feel like we stand the potential of dealing with a literal momentary shutdown on the United States grid. And should that happen, you're going to want friends like us, like Vet, like Nick, like me, and you're going to want to make sure that your bags are packed and that you actually have a bug out bag, everyone. Like, I know I keep saying this, like, till I'm blue in the face. I'll share this. What's this? I'm going to add this to the stage. Basement.supplies. Okay. If you don't have a bug out bag, at least one in your vehicle, or, honestly, the first and foremost thing you should have is a bug out bag on your person that comes with you and then goes to the vehicle. And, you can support the channel, but also support yourself for what I think is a strong potential. I don't say it's probable. It's a definite potential. So you can go here, get a bug out bag, and all the different tools that you already have. Like if you already have a multi-tool military camping kit, unclick this, right? You can unclick all the stuff and get just the bag, or you can go to build your own bag and also shop. And, basically these flags, bro, we need to be up in our flag holdings here, because I need to be starting to fly some different flags.
I just need some graphics from everybody out there listening. If you have some ideas on a blockchain basement or basement.supplies or black site, graphics like a flag, we need to have like some kind of competition or something.
Bro, and we need that flag if they come flying up on my property. That'll be helpful, so that I might treat you.
Yeah, friend or foe. We need some friend or foe going on.
So, I mean, honestly, guys, like, get ready and fly your flags
around. Any of you out there like know how to make graphics and stuff like that, do up something cool and send it to us. I can load it up and we can offer it on the site.
Dude, I've been rocking this one hard, bro. This is my man purse. I love this design of bag, bro. Like, and it's also really nice because if you have a cell phone clip, basically what you could do is clip your cell phone to the front end of this thing while it's sitting on your chest. And then all you got to do is say, Siri, camera on, when you have a unhinged leftist in front of you that's wielding a knife and they're ready to attack you, but they're going to say completely different things in court once you dust them, or, their colleagues, they're going to completely lie in court. So using one of these bags, bro, with a little clip for your cell phone, you cell phone video on, you got a body cam all of a sudden, and people act
one of those bags on each side would be perfect for a side plate carrier.
At all. Side plate carriers, like I did do side plates for a bit. My soft armor is just a wraparound. I stopped doing the side plates on the steel armor though. Yeah, because like I just like getting through doorways and shit. I was just getting caught up on doorways a lot, and I mean, it wasn't for me. But I understand if people, I mean, big dudes, they love side plates. You know what I mean? If you got a
Well,
bunch of meat right there.
rightfully so. But
Mm,
like skinnier guys like me, when I was deployed, I never used them just
mhm,
because. I mean, one, I keep my elbows tucked, and then
mhm.
two, just the fact that like you said, it's just super bulky and it's extra weight.
Yeah,
But yeah, I'm not a fan of side plates.
yeah. And you should be forward facing your enemy anyways. You know what I mean?
That
So
is a valid point. Is your strike face should be like in square to the enemy, not
mhm.
not
Yep.
running sideways away or something.
Yeah, dude. I
Guys,
Crabbing
mean,
what
towards
are
them.
we talking about right now? Y'all are
oh my
just
We've
god.
gone
Well,
tactical. We've gone tactical.
oh
what? I
my
mean,
god.
I'm just tall. I'm saying, bro, like the
I
Dems,
feel
they
like we got to
are.
do we need to do the what Joe does where he has like special UFC Joe Rogan podcast. You guys need to do like a tactical basement podcast because
Dude, honestly, we
that's
need
actually
to.
pretty
Tactical
good.
black
Yeah.
site.
Honestly, we really need to. But all right, so we're going to talk about money now and how to make more money to buy more armor and to buy a bunch of 50s, right? That's my favorite stable
Yeah.
coin is 50
Let,
cals.
let, let's hit some crypto.
Let's hit some crypto, baby. And this crypto chart got spicy today on the news. So I'll pull this up real quick here and just kind of zoom in. Bitcoin, the king Kugla of the crypto market. Check out, it had a pretty good little dip. This is right as the news broke here. And we
Yeah.
busted down to $66,000 flat. So I'm looking at this. I'm backing up forth to the trees here, right? Let's see. So essentially, this tis but a scratch. There really is not a damn concern for me as far as like the health on this shelf, even with the crazy news. I mean, honestly, it's hyper bullish. I don't understand how people came out with bearish thumbnails about Joe Biden dropping out of the election, bro. Like, how in the hell is that bearish? But as you can see, the market's not giving a damn about that. But some of our altcoin,
Amazing.
I mean, these things are getting spicy. We got Ethereum is sitting right here at 3,500, right? So it's not too crazy, but it is still up and to the right. I'll zoom in a little bit more. Solana, look at this. It is inching towards $200, right? And beyond all the questions about how many transactions are real on this thing, the money that people can pull out of one Solana is truly $182. And this thing is getting near $200. Still not at its all-time high. And we did just show this. The market cap is at its all-time high essentially right now. So that is important to note.
How do we pull up comments in the chat? It's Papa just brought up something I know we want to talk about. How Larry
Oh yeah.
Fink and Trump and
Oh
all
yeah.
that.
Dude, that is another big part of the news for today. And I mean, honestly, this came out right as I started shopping. Absolutely ridiculous. Donald Trump considering Blackrock CEO Larry Fink as a Treasury secretary, reported by the New York Post today. Now, this has quite a bit of implications. I mean, obviously, in my opinion, the flat response monetarily, very bullish. Now, also, what came to my mind is the absolute garbage job that Janet Yellen has done. Larry Fink runs one of, if not the largest asset managers on the planet. He knows what 34 trillion feels like in a very tangible way. Do you guys think that Larry Fink is going to be able to get our country's deficit on track first and foremost, beyond all the crypto? We'll get into the crypto and kind of what I think this will end up being.
I'll
But
be honest. I don't think anybody can get our debt, under control. I think we've passed the point of no return. Just the way that the interest is already, I think, like half our military budget. Basically dollar wise,
Yep.
and they're saying like here in the next 10 years, it's basically going to be the entire military budget. I don't see, unless there's some major like painful cutbacks, like all the social programs, cut back the military. I mean, there would have to be a lot of cutbacks to get back to something that's sustainable.
yeah, kind of like an Argentina type process. What do you think, Nick? Is there any chance that Larry Fink has the financial know-how combined with Trump to get the overall deficit under control, or at least on track to be better under control in the near term?
Here's the thing with Larry Fink.
Mm.
He's an enemy of freedom and an enemy of democracy. He's a self-avowed globalist. He essentially championed ESG and brought ESG to the front doorstep of most of America.
Absolutely.
I get
And he
big,
didn't stop until the attorney generals slapped him around. He only
and then
stopped because the attorney generals got pissed.
he started losing money. Is my camera freezing? Is that what's happening right now?
Yeah, you got a little freezing going on.
Hang on. Let me just pause this.
Well, it looks awfully cold wherever you're at.
I know. I don't understand. I mean, you got to watch out for the frostbite out there, bro.
Yeah, he's an enemy of crypto. He's an enemy of the people. Donald Trump likes him because he makes him a lot of money. I still think Jamie Dimon is going to end up being the guy, but Larry's pulling the strings from a lot of different angles, and Larry Fink is going to do what makes Larry Fink money. I don't think he managed us into this situation, right? Like he's been a part of enabling, his firm got super rich off of all the ZERF, zero interest rate bubble, and manipulating the real estate market and what have you. So he does not know. He's a big government globalist. So by just the law of nature, he does not know how to fix the problem that we're in.
I mean, those are good damn takes. And the only reason he backed off of that, that ESG shilling narrative of his is because there's like 23 attorney generals from separate states within the United States said, no, you're not going to invest our money to dislodge our economy. That, because a lot of economies here in the United States, they're off of energy production, and going and taking a state's money and then dumping it into ESG initiatives is in essence shutting down that state's ability to really make that revenue over the long term. So Fink has some of that and there's also like, since the Blackrock ETFs are live, I mean, I really feel like over the next 5-10 years, Bitcoin is standing the potential of being captured by these,
what do you mean by
players. Well, I think that the largest wallet will end up by and large being Blackrock. And what I think back to is like Blackwater and the extension of conflicts in the Middle East and all the different things that BlackRock has obviously had a hand in. I don't really feel like they're the freedom fighters. I wonder about. Yeah, and you bring up a good point with JP Morgan, Jamie Dimon. That is another massive money mover of the United States. At one point, JP Morgan made up 40% of the United States dollar as far as holdings, and it was about 1890. And Morgan, the guy, JP Morgan at the time, didn't want to be in the public limelight anymore. Like everyone knew who to yell at. And it was this dude at JP Morgan. So he wanted to step back. And actually, that's what fermented the conversation of creating the Federal Reserve, right? So, I mean, this is strong historical context for JP Morgan's intrinsic, systemic, just built-in nature to the United States, design of economy. And so this is a very, very interesting time frame and kind of an interesting choice to watch. And honestly, like, I mean, if we're not wanting BlackRock and the, absolutely, obvious world control that BlackRock has flexed in the past, if we don't want the JP Morgan head that, as I just mentioned, originally that company was the in my opinion, a big reason and a big conversation starter for the Federal Reserve to begin with, that got us into this mess. It took a long time to get here. It took a long time to get to $34 trillion in debt, right? So, do you guys have any ideas on who would actually be a good pick for Donald Trump to bring in as the Treasury Secretary? Because we might get a chance to say what up to him as we're being all badasses of the top crypto news on the damn internet out in Bitcoin Nashville because we're so freaking cool. You know what I'm saying? What I mean, who should we give him as an option? I mean, because like this is a rock and a hard place, you guys. There's no denying like $34 trillion in debt. I mean, and like basically we're tied to the hip to
I'm
China.
conflicted.
It's conflicting.
I'm conflicted, because it's being the of the mind that I am, I don't like somebody that has a conflict of interest holding that office. Somebody like Larry Fink, somebody that has JP Morgan Chase, and then you got BlackRock, and you got all these people that obviously are looking to kind of line their pockets. But who do you get though? Who has the the in-depth knowledge of the markets and how government works, and all the things necessary to try to undo the damage that's been done, if not one of those. So it's it's kind of like half dozen in one hand, six in the other. It's
And the idea of like backing everything, like we can't back the entire US dollar with Bitcoin. I mean, I'd like, as cool as that sounds, what happens during the nasty ass bear market? We're just going to watch our, value get shut down like in half, like, and that massive collapse back down. Like, this is a tough conversation to think about. I know that a portion of our value being backed by Bitcoin would be very, very good just for upward trajectory in the long term and over, of course, the next year and a half. But I mean, there's some serious questions to be asked here about what is the actual way out of this situation. You know what I mean? Because we are far down the road.
I mean, it's crypto
for us. Absolutely.
It's crypto for everyone. That's why this bull market's going to be so crazy, is because there's going to be just a big influx of people just moving to DeFi, moving to meme coins, because they can, the inflation is, Lynn Alden says, when it comes to inflation, you either die by fire or you die by ice. So ice is where you get this like Japan scenario, where it's just like, whereas fire, well, Japan's weird because their economy stopped growing and they still have inflation. Deflation, having a long period of deflation and stagflation is the ice scenario. It's like your economy basically gets put on frozen in a solid block for 10 or 20 years. And then there's the fire, which is the Weimar Republic, where it's just inflation just goes, and then you get to a new currency. We're never going to get to the Weimar Republic kind of thing. I know, I'm sorry, people are going to disagree with me, because we are the world reserve currency and we have the biggest military.
I agree with that.
We're not going to get to Weimar Republic levels of inflation where it's 20% a day or something like that. But what is more likely going to happen is there's just going to be a continued rise in the cost of goods and a continued decline in the quality of life. And you're kind of be in this frozen tundra of economic development, except for a few bright pockets. And one of those bright pockets is crypto. I'm ready. I've got some charts pulled up to talk about some projects right now. So you let me know when we're going to jump in on that.
Yeah, man. No, and well, first of all, to clarify for what Nick is saying, I mean, he's explaining something that's kind of our dream, where the DeFi fields can run free. Yes. We can run with the fields of Capistrano and just, transact, retardio at Walmart for a bag of,
like a
steak.
majestic unicorn running through a field.
I mean, and maybe we do get there 10, 15 years from now, because we are in this moment where, and there's a lot of validity of what Nick's saying in the long term, because I've talked about it on the show on Friday. It's like this immovable object of the United States government coming up and clashing with essentially the unstoppable force of crypto, Bitcoin, and DeFi. So just saying that, I mean, it sounds crazy what Nick is saying, but actually, over the long term, I think it's actually a really reasonable thing to look out for, because the systems at large, they are underserving people, and people are looking for a little bit more. But let's find
Honestly,
about
what, Ruth, you made me rethink my position. There's really no way to come back from.
See, and then Elon shuts him down. The moment he's going to get to the goods, give me the goods, vet. Give me those goods. He's going to come back.
You can do it. When vet comes back, he's about to drop a banger.
I know. I was like, I like how, thinking about that long term. Yeah, there you go. There you go. What you got, Vet? What you got, baby?
Elon heard me talking. He cut me off. No, I was going to say that the rumors of Bitcoin, basically propping up the dollar in some way, or being used in that capacity. I think with the deflationary and the way that it appreciates, it could accelerate if there was in conjunction with some cutting a budget, actually passing a budget, sticking to a budget, and then propping it up, with Bitcoin or something like that. I do see that there could be a reversal. How quick that sucks up that debt can be debated, but I think that potentially in concert could move us in the right direction at least.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? We out here, we're trying to find the juiciest projects. Nick, you want to bring up some charts? Are we going to go swimming into?
I do. Yeah, we actually have 256 people watching us on X right now.
Whoa!
So if you're on X, go ahead and repost that space. Give us some likes. We really appreciate you guys. So,
first of all, what's in your freaking glasses, bro? What are you guys drinking?
This is Buffalo Trace.
Okay, fine. What do you got, Ped? I need to know. I got ice water. Okay, I'm raw dogging life like
mine is. I'm going redneck tonight. I'm doing the Southern Comfort 100 proof.
Nice.
Holy God!
Nice.
Oh,
very nice.
I don't know if that's a drink or a cry for help. Anyways. There we go.
Let's pull it up.
We got say. Say what you mean to say. Now, I will tell you what, guys. Say has been kind of a dick punch. If you bought it at all this year, if you bought it beforehand in 23, congratulations. If you've been buying it here, it hasn't really had like gigantic moves compared to many other projects. So say has been annoying. I got wrecked on say. I bought around like here or so, and I'm like, yeah, this is gonna be great. And then everyone's like, actually, looks like we're going down to like the 50s. And I'm like, no, we're not. Well, it's been bad and it's been sliding off a cliff, but it is showing signs of nice, juicy upward movement. We're back at 41 cents, looking like we're going to get back to this 50-cent level. I mean, $1 for say is looking pretty good. Now it is pretty inflationary, so this is not a long-term hold. But if you've got say, or you want a nice like 2 to 5x, like, yeah, get in there, get some say going on. That's actually a pretty good mover. I'm hearing things happening with Say Network. Let me just go ahead and just show you their website right here. So they got stuff going on in their ecosystem. They have really, really big backing. Okay. Backed by Circle, Multicoin Capital, Jump Capital, Pyth, Coinbase, and Delphi Digital. So they've got a lot of the fundamentals. You can look at their ecosystem here. So it's got a bridge, got the Explorer. You can stake it. It's got DeFi, it's got NFTs, it's got some other DeFi with liquid staking. So Say has good stuff. Say has good stuff. It's hard to buy. It's annoying to buy. You can get it on Kraken. Well, what do you mean?
Lithium, he's thinking. But on say, Nick, what you're saying, talking about the pain, bro. Like, yeah. I mean, I'm looking at the chart, and a lot of altcoins that I feel like are good, they stopped bleeding at that original pump 2 moment, dude. Like, this is honestly, it's the big reset, the altcoin reset that I mean we all look out for. And this is what I keep saying, like, I want a greedy entry point. I always want greedy entry points when I'm getting into altcoins, bro. And looking at this, I mean, I'm not too worried about it. It is waking back up. And the thing, if you have like a altcoin that has a chart like this, but your fall 2 moment goes below that original, exciting like run up for that midterm alt season we just had, if it went below this level, that's where the air of concern comes for me. I'm going to add Vet back to the stage. But yeah, like I'm seeing like essentially, if it's holding this spot and is able to build up from there, because we are not in like that good altcoin season. What you got on there, Vet? What are you doing? What is this? Let me see that. Hold on.
I'm having an inside discussion with a couple of people about bourbons and whiskeys.
Oh yeah.
Oh boy,
bro. I mean,
that's fighting with the chat now.
Yeah, I mean,
Let me see. So let's take a trip to Avalanche. So here's
okay.
Avalanche. Here's what's going on with AVAX. AVAX is looking pretty good. It's finally waking up. It had its dip down to $22.
Mm.
But it's been in this $25 range for really since about June. So June and July, it's been in this $25 range. It's finally starting to do a little bit of a breaky break. Let me go pull up TradingView here. So I'm feeling good about it. I'm feeling like AVAX is going to, I think AVAX is going to be able to get to its previous all-time high by September, which is going to be great. I'm actually talking to a guy who has a lot of insider information on Avalanche, including Stars Arena, which I thought Stars Arena had died because they got like mega hacked, but they're back and up and running.
Keep talking, Nick. I'm almost finished. I'm sporting a half.
Oh boy. Oh boy. So I'm thinking AVAX is here. It's going to be getting back to the $50, $60 level. So you're in for a 2x, and its previous all-time high was, I think, $100. So,
bro, I mean, actually, I think
it's like
so.
a 3x from there, right?
Man, I think AVAX is where it's gonna. I mean, obviously, it's really about the all-time high for AVAX. I'm thinking of here because I definitely have a bag. I took, honestly,
All-time high was 150.
150. There you go. I traded this thing like an absolute savage. I was taking profits of $50 and $52, right? And seeing the big reset that we have on it, if you're backed up, forest through the trees, look at that. The chart you're showing right here is showing. Oh man, you just got off it. But
here you go. Here we go.
Yeah. So the front end, the first pump of this AVAX existence, you go all the way back to last cycle, bro. It reset at that level. Like that's that volume spot. And the AVAX development, all of the connections for AVAX has not stopped by a long shot. You're bringing up Stars Arena. I mean, even without Stars Arena, bro, I feel like this token's gonna capture $300 a unit. I really do feel that way. And I knew, taking profits at $50 is like painful at the time, but honestly, I feel good that I did it, and I still have a pretty good bag of it. It's all house money, house money by now, and I'm thinking like $300 is kind of my target for Avalanche in the near term, just from the velocity of the overall market where we're at right now. But I think it was really healthy for you to show that that graph really backed up, because this is the stuff that people don't really understand is like these prove it points for projects. I mean, you can see it's so clear. It's so easy. You can simplify crypto trading in the spot realm very, very well if you have a sound project that is keeping the development going. I mean, because there's a lot of people, bro, that didn't believe in this thing when it was at $10, right? And I remember sitting down, I was like,
I loaded up.
Yeah, man. Like me and Owen and Bobby, we were all sitting around the table, and I'm like, hey guys, AVAX is $10, and I'm sending everything I have in it right now. And then Owen he decided to pick some up, and Bobby as well. I don't think anyone picked up nearly as much as I did though. But honestly, bro, like it was a great time to stack. And now we've had that massive altcoin flush out. Even good projects got their asses kicked recently.
Oh, like
and it's
Pipe?
Yeah, dude. Like Pipe is awesome. But seeing those altcoin flush out, we have to understand, you guys, that BlackRock and these ETFs have been the ones that have been moving the market. And then you get a little bit of speculators in the background, like I'm in altcoins ahead of you guys. But really, that main market move has literally been Ethereum, like these ETFs. So now we got the Ethereum ETF on the heels of being approved. And even despite all of the fears of Mt. Gox, you guys, I got to show this just in relevance to price action and how strong the markets are really acting right now. This is from On-Chain College, and Johnny Childs reposted this. Mt. Gox Bitcoin balance is now down to 89,000 Bitcoin, which is 51,000 less than it was on July 4th. Absolutely lovely. And generally, the fear about Mt. Gox selling is significantly overstated in his opinion. Looking forward to the chapter of Bitcoin officially closing its Mt. Gox position and all that. And it's really like the scary part, like the idea of Mt. Gox dumping all that I think moved the market the way it does. But really, I mean, they're almost out of the available. They only started with like 140,000 Bitcoin to sell. They lost like 600,000 Bitcoin, bro. They lost 600,000 Bitcoin that they don't have to dump on the market anymore. I don't think people really understand how strong the overall crypto market is. We're going to get, the engagement farmers, you like, sell everything now. Mt. Gox is coming in and it's over with. But honestly, the markets beg to differ. Bitcoin begs to differ. Even with the grayscale worries, right? Remember that. And now we have the data from how that grayscale ETF transition actually happened. It was basically just a parallel selling from grayscale trust into the hands of spot ETFs. And it's all heavily driven by the fees associated with it and it actually being spot Bitcoin. Here's Bet again. He keeps getting attacked by Elon, man. We need to write Elon a message now.
No, I shut off my camera so I could get a cigar. One of the guys was talking about cigars, and I got a hankering.
What did you do? I need a cigar. Okay. I've been raw dogging life pretty hard, man. You're making me a little jelly right now. Okay. I've been cooking steaks. I cooked some lamb.
Nice.
It was really fun, but I also worked with my mom all day. My mom's in town and she brought out the OCD inside of me. So we just deep cleaned the house. We had the dogs get in a little pissing match in a literal sense. So got a nice refresh to the whole place. But honestly, the piss and match between Grayscale and these spot ETFs, guys, look at this. I'm going to just show you how this played out in reality. So we had the worries of Grayscale and the leaving of Grayscale Trust and all of that dumping happening, but it literally just fell into the hands of the spot ETF holders and the inflows. Look at the price, almost at $68,000 as we speak.
Wow.
This thing is pumping like crazy. It actually just recently pumped to $68,400.
Wait, Drew, what if we're breaking all-time highs at the Bitcoin conference?
Bro, like it literally looks like it. Like
that place would be going crazy.
No, bro. Like it literally looks like we're in that situation. So we just got to keep that in context. Like we see the Mt. Gox worries, and then we see like the liquidity levels below us and above us. Like look at literally how the liquidity levels look right now. It's a crapshoot. Pull this up. This is from I think it's Marty or Coach K Crypto shared this one. Basically, there's just thick pain above and below us, and actually, it's a little bit thicker to the upside. There is more liquidity to grab to the upside for Bitcoin right now, even though it's almost at $70,000, and we're just after the halving event. Like this is incredible for me to see. And last night, something that was important for me to highlight was that the stablecoin flows are finally coming back into the green. You know what I mean? We've had kind of a crazy time watching the stablecoin flows. I will pull up this just real quick because this is very important. If we're thinking about altcoins, when another moon for altcoins, I think the stablecoin flows are one of my greatest indicators of really when I decide to back up the truck and to start stacking altcoins, regardless of if I believe in the tech or if they're standing strong in the markets, yada, yada, yada. It's for me, a big part of it is, are the stable coins coming back in the market? And am I able to make some upside for this? So you check this out. And this was the moment I was like, hey guys, look, oh my God, you see that? It's coming back up into the green. I'm going all in on Chainlink and AVAX and ICP. They were dirt cheap. And it pumped. Obviously, we got the ETF approvals going on at the front end of the year, right? So essentially right here, look at we're trying to go to the downside right before the ETFs got approved, but then they got approved. We had this sweet, awesome time. Everyone's high-fiving each other, all-time highs, yippity-yoo-da day. But now it has cratered back to the base of this building spot,
Drew,
man. What's that?
Kelly said he dropped an alpha chart. He dropped
Kelly
a link in the chat.
Dropped some alpha.
Fucking Kelly, fucking representing.
Oh shit! Well, I mean, I've now got to go into this raw. All right, I got to stop taking that from YouTube.
Yeah. While you're doing that, take my screen. I'm going to show you.
Let's see what you got.
Cat in a dog's world. This is Cat in a Dog's World, guys. Started in April. The ticker is Mew. Meow. So we are approaching, it kind of shot out from nowhere, approaching a $1 billion market cap. It sank back down, basically found support around between 4 to 300 million. It has since, in the past few days, skyrocketed back up to 600 milli.
Dude, look at the size of that last green candle too. I mean,
This is
incredible.
engorged. This is fully engorged.
Oh my God.
$42 million in locked liquidity. This thing is legit. And if it's going to hit once you hit $1 billion market cap, you're going to 10 billion. Like that's just how those math problems work. So,
well, it makes perfect sense because Mew is the strongest Pokemon. Okay. Mew is much stronger than Mewtwo. Okay. And I think that people don't understand that. They don't understand how this little kitty cat can just absolutely wreck Mewtwo.
He's a kangaroo.
Yeah. I mean, okay. But Mew is a kitty cat. Okay.
Guys,
Cats have
in chat, what is Mew? Anyway, so you're pulling up Kelly's thing. This is
I'll pull
Mew.
it up.
It's on Solana. So,
dude,
guys,
I mean, Mew, we got to wait for the pullback. So we get while we're on this
Marine Expeditionary Unit.
Yeah, we need to look for essentially that spot. Where's that?
Is a Marine Expeditionary Unit.
Yeah, we need that volume spot. Where you're at right now, Nick, the top of that previous peak is also a strong amount of volume in its original pump up moment. So if I'm looking for a greedy entry point, something to compound my gains, that spot right there where you're pointing to is where I'm looking for. And it's we're probably not going to have it for a minute, you guys. You got to keep a close eye on this chart. Absolutely. And Mark Smith said, yes, drinking is allowed on the channel, maybe.
Mark, you must be new here.
I just told him America.
But Kelly's got a good chart here. Kelly's kind of right in line with my train of thought here. This is pretty cool to see. Kelly Kellum, you all know him from the BitLab Academy, dropping the alpha, for the new people that are coming into the market. They really need the reasonable head on their shoulders, not some psychotic hillbilly like myself shooting rounds into the sky, cooking steak on the grill and kicking chickens in their face. Kelly Kellum is your more sound, entry point, I'd say. But Bitcoin Ultra Bull Mode signal. First attempt to get rejection, second attempt consolidation, third attempt the Ultra Bull by his calling.
And Kelly's not a hyperbolic guy, so if Kelly's talking about a hyper bull scenario, boys,
I know. BTC attempts to start.
He's very level-headed. And if anybody out there isn't following Kelly on X or on YouTube, I highly suggest you do.
Yeah,
you better get in there.
Look, he's talking about a God candle loading up. On-chain metric I made years ago. Just noticed the correlation of Bitcoin price breaking out of the bull control band and following a parabolic uptrend that follows. Let's check this out just in a little zoomed in manner here. Look at his wonderful face. So hold on. First of all, what a handsome young man. Okay?
Got a great chin. One of the best chins in the business.
Absolutely. Very based.
He's a Giga Chad. He's a
Giga
Chad.
It's something about
that guy pulls.
Look,
let's just
you got to be stoic, bro. He's based. He's stoic. I mean, all right.
On steel. You're looking at blue steel.
Shout out to you, Kelly. But what are we
looking
at?
Turn left.
Ultra bull mode after the channel break, and he's highlighting the time frame of 2017 on this first kind of highlighted green moment. Obviously, we all know what happened from there. And this is really where I discovered Bitcoin, and I was painting houses and building decks. I was like, I can't afford freaking $10,000 for one coin. What the hell are you talking about, man? So I sat here and spent, 8 years learning.
That the other day, I got my girl into crypto a couple weeks ago, and she wanted to buy Bitcoin, and she thought she had to buy a full Bitcoin.
That's how it starts, bro.
A lot of people do.
No, for real. She was just like, "Oh, I want to buy Bitcoin, but it's like at $50-something thousand." I'm like, "No, baby, you can buy a part of a Bitcoin." It's like,
I did it. I mean, when I saw Bitcoin back then, bro, I was painting houses and building decks. I was like, man. But then I learned about what it was. I finally realized, oh my God, it's divisible. Oh my God, it's decentralized. Oh my God, this could be the literal future of money right in this spot right here. Yeah.
All right. So what does this chart actually say?
We're all there at some point.
So he's talking about the last two cycles. The first attempt gets rejected. The second attempt consolidates, and then you get the breakthrough finally. So this second attempt is essentially that consolidation. You know, I mean, this is the rejection moment here. You consolidate in the middle here. We had that someone sneezed in China and basically the world economy shut down here. So this is an anomaly right there. But then you get that big blowout spot. Now, right now, he is thinking that the control band is popping out, and by his parabolic uptrend channel, we're getting to the top end of this channel where we actually get a chance to escape and make that move on up. This is insane to really think about that it's coming. Oh yeah, and just further comments from him. The bands in the fifth extension realized price. The brown line is the bull control band. Once it breaks out, bulls are in full control. And that's the unstoppable machine of Bitcoin. And then the FOMO starts to kick in for retail. And then you see that stable coin graph once again just go absolutely nuts. But, you know, with that in the Bitcoin price, awesome. You know, I'm looking for like, you know, 150 to 250 still, maybe 3 if we can convince Trump to be hyper bullish at this Bitcoin Nashville deal, bro. I mean, because, you know, we looked at the market cap for Bitcoin to hit $1 million. Essentially, it needs to hit like a $20 trillion market cap or something like that. Like it's a very, very large market cap that it needs to hit. But I do see it tangible that we could get up to 300K in this cycle. So shout out to you, Kelly, for giving us that chart. Definitely a good one to riff off of. And now, you know, seeing that we have that control band break and we see the FOMO is getting ready to come to the markets. I don't think the FOMO is anywhere near the altcoin markets right now, bro.
No. We don't. Everyone, retail is not here. Retail is not here. Retail still does not give 2 F's about crypto right now. Okay,
absolutely.
It costs $100 to feed a family of 4 or 5 guys. People still don't get it yet, and they still think that they need to put money into their 401k and blah 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 blah.
Well, the liquidity isn't out there.
What's that?
The liquidity isn't out there.
You're 100% right. So what you're seeing right now is just crypto degens moving the market. Like we don't have retail FOMO in any stretch of the imagination. Now, when you start seeing charts like this, what I've got for Radium, when people start seeing this, you know, like I bought around here $1. I took profit here. And now look where we're at back at again, 250.
Yeah, damn.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is over like the past like 4 days. We've gone from $1.60 to $2.60. So it's, you know, basically 2x. We're going to like $5, right? Like we're going to be in full on price discovery mode here in a little bit. So, and this is a top 50 project. Once you see this kind of chart movement, okay, if this is a meme coin, fine, whatever. No retail person is really going to get into that besides like the people who are truly desperate, like Gen Z or whatever. But you show this to like a Gen X, like, yeah, this is a top 50 crypto project doing a 10x. You know, could do a 10x over the next 6 months. People are like, what? This is a how many $1 billion market cap? So this is Radium right here. And I want to show you guys, I've been talking about your profit taking strategy. So keep this in mind when you're looking at a possible play here for a nice 2 to 5x. Long term, I'm looking 10x on Radium. Yeah, sorry. Kelly's distracted me with that $20 super chat. Thank you so much, Kelly. Thank you so much.
What a G.
So here is the Pi cycle top indicator. So here's what I'm looking at. Here is my strategy. Okay. So when you've got, let's look at the previous cycle. Because this double top it's very abnormal. You know, it's an abnormal cycle. You had a whole bunch of problems with SBF manipulating the markets and Alameda Research. So we're going to look at this one because this is the 2017-2019 cycle is what I think that we're going to mostly emulate. So
and give us a zoom on that. Give us a zoom.
I'm about to zoom in. So I'm zooming in here. So this is the thickness that we're at right now. Okay. So we're going to continue to move up
the girth
as these bands get tighter and tighter. This is a 350 DMA and then 111 DMA. Tighter and tighter, we're looking at the top. So the next move up that we get is going to look kind of like this. If these bands are not damn near touching, they got to be like a bee's dick away. If they're not touching, I am taking all my profits out except for Bitcoin, and I'm waiting for this 20% pullback right here.
Mhm.
Right? I'm going to zoom in even farther. We're going to move up. This is back in the past. This is in 2017. We're going to
Say,
move
say
up
that
in the
again.
next couple
You
weeks.
broke up. Hey, Nick, say
Okay.
that again real quick.
Yeah. So we're going to be, as the cycle continues, we're going to see these big moves up and big moves down. But if these bands are still far apart, like here, I am moving everything into stable coins once we get into this euphoria stage, expecting another 20 to 25% pullback, because I'm going to be stacking my bags. So, and I'm going to be white knuckling it every single time. I promise you that. Okay. I'm going to be white knuckling it. I'm going to take profits. Probably when we hit like 80, 85, we're going to hit euphoria over the next month. Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you going to take all of it? Or are you take 50%? Are you going to take 90? Or like,
I'm taking everything but my Bitcoin. I'm liquidating everything but my Bitcoin. I'm putting it into stable coins, and then I'm going to wait for this pullback.
That's
and then I'm going to jump back in.
Oof.
I'm only selling my whole bag when we get to this kind of area, when we are super duper tight.
Yeah.
And we're starting to see these big upward moves. Like I may paper hand it and just go all out here when we're really that close. I don't know if I'm going to have the balls to wait until we actually cross over. You know, because when we cross is when it's done. When the purple gets when the green gets on top of the purple, that's when the top is. When the purple comes back on top, we're done. So you don't want to be back over here. Excuse me. You don't want to be back over here taking profits. You kind of lost.
Because then you're sitting there like, come back. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that is a big thing to keep in mind, dude. Like, because like what you're talking about, this is an emotional ride, bro. When you take all of that off the table. And I remember like last cycle, I needed
you gotta keep emotion out of it.
Yeah, I needed to get like vehicles and like upgrade my life, you know what I mean? But big Ethereum was at like $4,500 or something like that. And I was like, dude, this is going to 10K. I'm a loser. I'm selling way before it happens. And I didn't really utilize the Pi cycle top indicator, but honestly, like the emotional side, and I felt like buying a vehicle was no shit. This is no problem for me now. And so like I just did it. I wasn't even using TA. But you know, I still felt like an idiot, even though I had gotten to that level where that $180 Ethereum turned into $4,500. I just looked at the initial that I put in. Wow, what comes out? Took the money out and changed my life tangibly with it. You know what I mean? And so, and some of you guys are saying like it's all so true. I want to go back to this. This is the interest for Bitcoin right now. It's interest over time, and this moment right here is 2017. What's that?
Real quick. Hey, sorry. Hey, Drew, real quick. I'm sorry. Can you throw up Kelly threw up a website, the lookintobitcoin.com.
Oh, look into Bitcoin. Yeah.
Can you throw that up for people?
Yeah. Weren't we just on that?
In the Pi cycle top indicator.
Yeah. But that's what we're just on. It's basically like a Pi cycle top indicator. Look into Bitcoin.com is a free resource. And that's kind of what Nick was just showing there with the
I'll put in the
Pi cycle top. Yeah, drop it for them. It's a great resource to utilize, you guys.
I just want to make sure everyone sees that.
Yeah,
100%. That was a good call. That appreciate that, man. Because like this, you know, we're sitting here entering this hyper parabolic stage in the markets, and we need to have a game plan for exit strategies. We need to have, you know, we talked about on the basement. One of the first shows on the basement was like, what's your goal? Like understanding your goal. What will literally change your life? Understand that number and then move accordingly. Because if you don't have your eyes on a target, you ain't going to hit it, right? I mean, that's kind of the thing, is you have to have your eyes on the target to be able to hit something. So keep that in mind, you guys. Oh, Glassnode's what you were on.
Yeah.
Shout out to you, Kelly. Thank you. So essentially, you know, right now we're looking good. We're looking really good. I called it out. Yeah, this is not a problem at all with the Mount Gox stuff. I mean, honestly, like bros, they got 89,000 Bitcoin left to dump on us. Like, I really don't worry about that. I want to go back into the altcoins. Okay, so we're gonna go swimming into the altcoins because I want to check this out. There's a lot of getting to be had right now. Look at this vet. XRP's not dead. 59 cents. Wow, it's alive. Dogecoin's still holding at 13 cents, almost 14 cents. this is crazy to see. Like Dogecoin, a lot of people, I mean, because the inflation is crazy on Dogecoin. So some psycho hands in there. Cardano needs to wake up. Okay, this is something price action wise, and it is important to note. Last cycle, Cardano was boring until it wasn't. And we're talking about the retail coming back in, the stable coins coming back in. They're going to be hearing things. There's tons of content, tons of background information that they're going to stumble across with Cardano. They're going to be speculating like crazy. And as you can see, Cardano sucked for a really long time. In 2019, like it was 7 cents, 3 cents, 4 cents, just this purgatory hell everyone was trapped in. And all of a sudden, you get a run up to dang near $3. Okay, so yeah, we can talk about like transactions, arbitrage or not. Oh God, the Casper chart. We need to get Kevin Cage on I need to verify that IBM thing.
Dude, Dagnum. Well, dude, Dagnum said that he talks to Kevin Cage on a daily basis, and that he would get both of them on the show at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, like Casper. I don't know if I want to, like, this thing is the cheapest it's ever been. Okay, first of all, so extreme risk, regardless of the partnerships. Just gonna say it out loud.
Yes.
So
no,
this
100%.
thing is at 2 cents, 2.2 cents right now. This is literally the cheapest this project has ever been. This is the year. Okay. And then it launched honestly at not too bad of a time. It launched in May of 2021. Okay. So we got to keep that in context. This thing got its ass kicked while everything else was rocking in the past. Right. But I am still bullish and have made tons of gains off of a chart that looks very similar to this, ladies and gentlemen, and that is ICP. There is tons of things happening with ICP, all kinds of shit happening in the background, and the chart looks exactly the same. And if you honestly are zooming in on this, the original pump to moment, that fall down, look at this. We were talking about your Say coin earlier in the show, Nick. This thing held well above the original pump to moment right there. So ICP is looking strong AF right now. And the more that ICP is utilized, if it actually does get a bunch of development, people have to spend ICP to build canistered smart contracts on the network, right? So if we actually do get a play for people or organizations rather, primarily that want to be a part of a decentralized internet and that want to take part in that revolutionary tech, then you got to start spending it. But honestly, the Casper chart overall looks very similar to ICP, which everyone knows I'm very bullish on, and I've stacked a lot of money in the boring part of the market with, because it was $3 like not too terribly long ago. And honestly, it just pumped up to like $16, fell back down. Casper has not had as nearly as much excitement on its chart, but honestly, bro, if that IBM thing, what we're talking about here and what Vet's bringing up is something we were discussing last night, the Brave AI system for IBM being powered by Casper. So we got to keep that in mind. If it is truly coming to fruition, guys, like IBM is a large organization. I know because I literally used to work for one of their conglomerate arms, Lexmark.
They've been building for a while.
Yeah. And that matters, man. Like they were at, one thing that bothered me was seeing their advertising out at like Davos, but maybe I shouldn't be so short-sighted because they might be just like this little kid in the block, like, look at me, you know what I mean? Because every crypto project's got to be out there and doing that, right? If you're reasonably thinking, they're not just going to keep their head low and be like, we build it and the random people will come. They got to get their name out there.
I mean, if you think about it, dude, I mean, BlackRock, the way BlackRock's involved with all the major crypto product, it's, you got to keep emotion out of your investing. It's either you can make money in crypto, or you can, sit on the sidelines, and that stuff's going to happen anyway. It's like you have a lot more power to fight the man if you got some money, some dinero in the bank, than if you're
or 50 cows.
pissed and,
50 cows. Okay, 50 cows are the best stable coin.
I invest in lead on the regular.
That's the whole plan, like everything I want to keep in the stable coin-esque realm. I've always said it. Iron is my favorite stable coin. You know what I mean? But I mean, that's where it's at, man. I love iron as the stable coin, and honestly, real estate, iron, and vehicles. That's what I'm focused on. Like those three things. And obviously, backing for my children's education / opening up a sewing shop, getting a sewing shop built out for my wife. She's out there creating some awesome clothing to wear out to Bitcoin Nashville. I still don't have my Morpheus Bitcoin suit though, and I brought it up today. I'm going to get a Morpheus.
Well, she needs
Bitcoin
to make it for
suit.
You bought her a
I know.
sewing shop. She needs to
gotta
make you a
happen.
Morpheus suit.
It's got to happen. I want gold.
Nick's like, huh?
I want silky gold. I want the silky gold suit. I don't want to wear a suit unless it's like it looks like I'm made of gold and it's got a big Bitcoin symbol on it. That's what I want. Yeah, so we're looking at, and honestly, like, we're looking at a very frothy time in the markets. It is a really, really good time to start looking at your favorite projects and what to start stacking, because things are about to get crazy. And I hope
Drew, is this the suit that you want, Drew?
Oh, bro, you nailed it, bro. This is me.
That's
bro.
true.
I'm in it for the tech.
This is how
bro.
Drew's gonna roll.
I am in it for the tech.
Mr.
First
T
and
meets
foremost.
Morpheus.
I mean, it looks like Drew too. Yeah.
No, bro, you ain't even kidding. I have some curry going on in my kitchen. You know what I'm saying? I had some lamb sage. My wife, I just cooked lamb. We're gonna be mixing that with curry here in a minute. Actually, you know what? It's kind of a crazy story. One of my fellows that I used to, he was called my uncle. He was Nepalese, and we'd go over to his house, and his mom would cook like entire racks of tandoori chicken. If you guys have not had tandoori chicken before,
yeah, it's so good,
dude. Like, it's some of the best food out there. So I am indeed in it for the tech. I'm glad you highlighted
from
that.
India.
I mean, that's like, I like that because I am a very, very I don't know if I'm simple-minded, but I am a very focused and just stubborn individual. And really, like, you don't have to be a computer scientist to make your life change with crypto. You really, really don't. Like, the average person, that is what's so beautiful about crypto, is that the average person can just do their due diligence, find the right indicators, and stay away from scammers, or coins named after people. And you can actually literally change your life with crypto. It is absolutely doable. And I've done it a few times, and I'm excited about what we're heading into, because I feel like that is, I really am having, I'm starting to lay out the design. I'm visualizing the next house that I'm going to get. And I'm already putting together the floor plan. I'm already understanding all that stuff, because I got my eyes on the target and I know what I'm going after.
Well, Drew, and I want to emphasize that for everyone that's listening, is you need to have a goal in mind and what you're trying to accomplish with crypto. Because if you don't have like a goal and milestones set, your DCA out or your ladder out or whatever you want to call it, you're gonna get wrecked. You're gonna hold on too long, because you're gonna be like, I made 100,000, I made 150,000, and you're just gonna keep riding that freaking that euphoria until basically you get wrecked. So you need to have something in mind and set those milestones to where it's like, at this point, no matter what's going on, no matter where we are in the market, I'm taking 10%, I'm taking 25%, whatever it is. I'm not going to tell you what that is for you. You might just want to pay off your mortgage. You might want to buy a new car. Everyone has different goals. You need to have those set in stone. Do not get emotional. Lock those in and stick to it.
Yep. That's totally right. That's totally.
And you know what? We're in the perfect time. And you guys, honestly, like, I'm so glad to have built out, this community. We got Nick, we got Vet, we got some of like the best minds, the most based minds that I know in my entire life that are helping people along this journey. Because it's a crypto journey, like Rodney's channel, bro. It's his crypto journey. It's your crypto journey. And it's a cool name, you know what I mean? So, and you can join our channel as a Black Site member and up that journey just that much more, folks. I'll add this to the stage here. Check it out. Seth Shepard hopping on today. Shout out to your bro, Matthew King, Marlon Lawrence, Shake and Bake.
These are all Black Site members?
These are all Black Site members,
dude,
bro.
You guys are killer.
Some dude named Nick. Is this you, Nick?
No, that's not. No.
Unbelievable. Dublin. We
Anybody
met
that's in
Dublin.
black site, well, anyone that's in black site, and honestly, anybody that's not,
Mhm.
if you have any questions about prepping, about building bug out bags, get home bags,
Yep.
homesteading, any crypto, anything,
That's right.
reach out to
That's
me
right.
on X or Drew or Nick at any time, and we will get back to you. And we are more than happy to help you.
Yep.
Yes, man.
That's what community is all about, is helping
And
each other
also
accomplish goals.
the crypto scams, bro. Like I am here to help people sniff out the scams, right? Like I am not
Absolutely.
afraid to tell a shit project to fuck off. You know what I mean? There is so much garbage out there, and I'm really here to protect people. I care about my neighbors. I care about my people here in the chat. And I even care about the people that dislike me right now. I care about the people that have been on the outside looking into all of the growth at Blockchain Basement, and even the haters that are out there. I still have a heart for them because they're crypto enthusiasts and they're here to change their life. And you're correct. I am Jay. I do not like Saitama. I literally refused to let this what was that guy? He looks like a freaking he's like straight Neanderthal. Believes. I refused to have anything to do with Believes, dude. Like, absolutely not. Just stay the hell off of our channels. Like, that was just crazy, bro. And I've never looked back. I never have a problem telling scammers to F off. And honestly, in Bitcoin Nashville, there's going to be a lot of these two-faced MFers coming up to me like, yo, I've seen your channel grow. It's so cool. Let's do some collabs. And I know what they're about. I've been on the inside, bro. I know you.
Yeah.
I'm going to be like, did you hear something, honey? You know what I mean? Like, I can't hear you because I don't care about you. I care about the people, you know, and I've seen these. I know the back end of what these freaking losers are doing. And it just sucks. We need more channels like this that are literally able to just judge projects for what they are and tell the truth.
Yeah.
What you got,
Drew, I'll tell you one of my favorite sayings. Even my enemies, it's like, I want you to eat, but you're not going to eat at my table.
Yeah.
That's a good take right there, baby. That is a good take. So, you know what? What up, Paul? He's like 78. What up, man? Get to yo, I'm like 78. That's cool, bro. You look like you're in great shape if you're 78.
we are down with the olds. I'm old on the inside.
I got gray hair.
Yeah.
I got gray hair, bro. I got all kinds of gray hair.
So. I just turned 50.
Whoa.
No, that's impossible.
You're great shape. Look at this guy. 50.
Dude, I just turned 50 years old.
That is shredded.
What? That's based. That's very based. Well, another thing before we leave, practice stoicism, folks. Stoicism is going to help you in this crypto market. It's going to help you make decisions in a very logical manner.
Yes.
I've been kind of readdressing those. You know, I really utilized them during the summer of love so that I didn't punch holes through a bunch of purple-haired assholes' faces when, you know, it wasn't legally reasonable to do so. And it helped me kind of just reel in all that emotion because there's all kinds of emotions in crypto, you guys. You got to take control of your emotions. Don't let your emotions control you. And, you know, just practice that. That's something else that in the background we could be working on. RC Rex 63 changes life. Well, I'm excited about the crypto markets, you guys. And honestly, like Kelly's chart, that stablecoin chart, the lack of selling or really the lack of price action to the downside from all of that Mt. Gox selling that has been happening in the background. It's all proof in the pudding that Bitcoin crypto is here to stay. We're here to change our lives and to try to change everybody's life around us for the better. And I'm so excited to have this channel, to have you guys on the team, to have the people in the chat, the based community. You guys are the best. And shout out once again to our channel sponsor. This is Arculus, where you can easily store, swap, send, and receive all your crypto with a simple tap. It's easy enough for you to hand this thing to any family member, and they can easily start using a cold storage wallet and get that crypto off an exchange, man. The power of us as people to take crypto off the exchange, create those supply squeezes, all that that just makes the FOMO that much more, but it also protects your crypto from an exchange going down. We've all seen massive problems in the past. I've been burned by Celsius. I've been burned by all kinds of different crap exchanges, bro. So just be careful. Self-custody your crypto.
When I'm stabling out, as I'm doing my strategy with the Pi cycle top indicator, I'm putting my stables in cold storage, guys. Like I'm not gonna like stable out Kraken or anything. Like,
Absolutely.
It's leaving.
Absolutely.
And yeah, do not stable out to Coinbase, guys. That's incorrect. So yeah, but this is gonna be super fun, guys. Super duper fun.
Well, and I want to add one thing though. Those of you out there that are new to crypto, look into techniques on how to move your crypto. I was new. I've only been in crypto for about 2.5 years. And when I first got in, I was moving crypto, and I lost. It was only like $500, but I lost $500. So make sure that you Crypto Casey does like some really good content, but move a very small amount first. Make sure it gets to where it's supposed to go. Then start sending larger amounts. Do not send large amounts. Yeah. No, it's just a smart thing to do, because I mean, when you start making money and you start getting euphoric and you get emotional and you get excited and you're like, I'm going to move this to my cold storage. All it takes is a wrong click, or you cut and pasted the wrong thing. And I sent Matic to the to the address like for Matic, and it's basically a burn address. There's no recovering it.
Yeah,
dude, there's nothing wrong with it, bro. I still send chest transaction, man. So and shout out to everyone that's out there, man. We're gonna get some rest. I'm gonna probably keep eating steak, because it is one of the best steaks that I've ever made. It's the
hell yeah, bro! Congratulations,
it's the finest. I mean, thank you. You know what I mean?
It's very good.
It's the best.
Get with me. I got a recipe for chimichurri for your steak.
Okay.
Right,
I'm about it, man. I'm getting into it, man. I'm starting to learn how to grill for real. You know what I mean? I used to be just the hillbilly, slap some burgers on if they're brown.
Oh no, you gotta ladle the herbed butter over it, and the cast iron skillet. Yeah, dude. No, you guys need to fly out here, and I'll cook you up some steaks and we'll hang out.
Say less, my guy. I've been waiting for you to say that live on the stream, so I gotta hold you to it now, dude. What's your address? I'll be there tomorrow.
Well, hold on, don't dox yourself.
I'm not doxing myself. I'm not doxing myself. I got like my own little utopia. We can go sit down on my island on the creek, sip some whiskey, and just like smoke cigars and enjoy life.
I love that. I love that. Man. So, guys, there's 380 people watching us on X right now. Thank you so much for watching us on X.
Thank you.
Hit that like button, repost this space, comment on a project that we should look at and then we should cover, and maybe we'll reach out and probably find the founder next week in Nashville. So
that's right.
And there's a buttload of you over watching us on YouTube. So we really, really appreciate you guys doing this late night stream and hanging out with us for a little bit. So
hell yeah, baby. It's been a great stream, you guys. I'll be
Trump
seeing
2024.
Trump 2024, and I'll be seeing everyone in the morning, bright and early. I'm gonna drink my coffee black, and I'm gonna come at you with the fire. So appreciate every single one of you, and we're gonna get off here now. Peace out.
See ya.